You're watching TelecomTV from the MEF 17 event in Orlando. I'm joined now by Eric Cevis, who is president of Verizon Partner Solutions. Eric, good to see you on TelecomTV again.
It's glad to be here. Thanks so much for the invite.
Now, your keynote here at MEF 17, you were talking about the topic about the hyper-connected world and how we have to partner for success in this hyper-connected world. It's a theme you've been covering before, this hyper-connected world. Quite a challenge. It's an immense challenge, really. But how do you go about meeting it?
Our biggest opportunity, we believe, in meeting this is we believe you got to deliver that promise of the digital world. And in order to do that, you can't do it in a silo by yourself. So we really want to work with multiple providers of service, if you will, at the end of the day, and build towards standardization. If we build towards standardization, we believe we can all scale and care for the global economy that we're trying to care for with our customers at the end of the day. So once again, by having standards, working with MEF, everyone building to those standards, we feel we can get best practices and lesson learned and allow us to scale the hyper-connected world.
So how does the MEF's new framework, the MEF 3.0, how will that help you?
We believe that MEF 3.0 is a big enabler for this because it basically sets the stage for standards, interoperability, making certain that as we build, everyone's building to similar standardization and interoperability goals, particularly with the APIs, because now you're really getting those lifecycle service orchestration APIs that allow you to have the interfaces so that you can interface with your customers, be it our enterprise or our wholesale, any of the consumer business customers that we have out there.
So does this lead on to the inter-carrier orchestration and this interconnection, the so-called East-West? How important is that?
Yeah, I think it's very important to us as we continue to look across the globe, what are we doing? And particularly as we look at carrier to carrier coming together and the POPs required to allow us to communicate end-to-end across the global platform. Our customers are looking for end-to-end communications, end-to-end connectivity. And the better we can do that and partner where I have network and others have network and where we can come together to build an end-to-end infrastructure, that'll make the difference for our customers.
Now, you were talking in your presentation about SD-WAN. We're hearing a lot more about SD-WAN now. Why is that? Why are your customers so interested in SD-WAN?
I think the biggest thing we're finding with our customers on SD-WAN is more and more virtualization is making a difference in the economy that we serve today. And as you're bringing together that level of communications across the board, we're also offering the best of both worlds. Clearly, you get a prominent internet business. At the same time, you're getting this performance and reliability of a private IP network as network traffic continues to expand. We're finding more and more bandwidth demand and requirements, and the best way to handle that, particularly on a scale basis, is really using some of the virtualization that we get with SD-WAN and those type services.
I hear a lot about SDN, and in your presentation you were talking about SDN as the enabler for the intelligent edge, big focus on the edge, and also more integration of SDN-based solutions. So, SDN is the real central glue to our future strategies?
That's the way we look at it. Software-defined networking is kind of partner with NFV. We feel you set that stage for us because with that, you continue to support virtualization and be it not only in some of the traditional carrier Ethernet business, but beyond that, what are we doing to the point, SD-WAN? What are we doing with wavelengths? What are we doing with IP? And continue to look at security as a service, particularly with some of the threats that we have going on our networks these days. All of these kind of virtualized services allow a platform for us that we can continue to evolve and meet the needs of our customers.
So as you launch these services, and there's quite a range of them, do you get the required feedback? Do they enable you to better understand the needs of your customers?
Yeah, we get good feedback from our customers. We use this term voice of the customer. And at the end of the day, we really want to have focus groups and understand that technology which I'm presenting, are they using the technology to allow them to do the scale that they're looking for? Because with that, we're cutting costs so that their operating costs are going down. At the same time that we're giving them the ability to scale their network and make sure it's interoperable for their end-to-end customer demands.
You also mentioned in your keynote the need for a single portal interface between your wholesale customers. Is this something that the MEF can help with?
We're definitely working with MEF directly on that. We think it's so important. Right now we're kind of calling it elastic e-access. It's basically that single portal way by which we can provide Ethernet end-to-end across multiple providers. If we can standardize across those requirements as we are presenting that in MEF, as we look at software-based controls and software-based solutions, we believe this elastic on-demand e-access is clearly going to be a future direction for us to scale.
Now, our business is all about the customer. The customer is essential and at the end of the day. How do we provide the best possible experience? What is needed? Because we seem to be moving, as you say, from software defined, and at some point we're going to application defined, aren't we?
No, we're finding, to your point, customer experience. I tell my folks every single day, if we haven't cared for the customer experience, none of the other things we're doing matters. And so we're really going through a phase of what I call customer experience transformation. How do we make ease of doing business? How do we provide self-service tools? How do we put single portals out there to make that an easy customer experience at the end of the day? We believe that's the differentiator and the value proposition that's going to make the difference for our customer. Ease of doing business, customer experience transformation, single portal access with standardized APIs that allow us to scale on behalf of our customers.
Eric, a pleasure. Thank you for joining us on Telecom TV.
So glad I could be here.